Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on the YouTube account and we're going to be looking at a beginner's guide to diamond spending. So overall guys, there are a lot of different places within AFK Arena that you can burn through an incredible amount of diamonds. So I wanted to go through, take a look at them, see exactly kind of how you should be playing this and how you should be gauging it. Starting with the first one being fast rewards. Now fast rewards, you do get this one free every single day. But as you can see, once we do our one collection, it gives us a lot of resources based on the chapter you're in. So actually the stage that you are within AFK Arena. It can also give you a lot of additional rewards, which are these little stars down here, because those are from the Field of Stars. So again, as you progress further through AFK Arena, the Field of Stars, you do get a lot of resources. Even looking here, guys, I got 98 of my Hero's Essence, and I do get 187. So almost double the amount from the Field of Stars. Now with this, in addition, guys, resetting the fast rewards. So if you are above chapter 16, so 16 is kind of the breaking point, you're actually going to go ahead and you're going to use this one more time. So you're going to use it twice, boom, giving us again a whole lot of loot in there, which is very cool to see. Now, if you're in chapter 24 and above, you're actually going to go ahead and use the 80 diamonds in here as well, which again gives us a lot more resources. We get some baits, we get some cores, we get some poke coins. Definitely cool. If you're over chapter 32, now this is kind of the next pivotal point, you're going to use the 100 diamonds right here and the second 100 diamonds, and that is it. Now, in my opinion, guys, when it gets to the 200 diamond marks of the fast rewards, so we used the 0, we used the 50, we used the 80, we used the 100, we used the 100. We refreshed this at this point 5 times with the fast rewards, guys. That gives you an incredible amount of loot. So even thinking 5 times, that gives us like 20 cores, plus we get bait, plus we get everything else within here, guys. So again, we're gonna do that depending on the chapter that you're at. That is going to be the reset. So now looking at the bounty board, this is another place, guys, that is super important, especially right now because we have the double bounty board rewards. Now over with this one, guys, there are again a couple ways that you kind of want to play this. You're looking for diamonds, you're looking for dust. Now I know the gold can be very intriguing, but overall, again, you're looking for diamonds, you're looking for dust. This is going to be the absolute stopper when it comes to AFK Arena. So what I do is I will refresh this going down to 2 of the unwanted things. So if I have 2 diamonds, or if I do have a couple here, even rare spell book, since this is as you can see, an ascended quest, I'm gonna pick this one up as an ascended quest. The rest of these, even though these are pretty common, I'm gonna refresh this, guys, because now thinking about it, we have 300 diamonds, we have bones right there. Again, another ascended quest. Nothing really good. I'm gonna try this one more time. There we go. This is what we're looking for, guys. Even if this was ascended, that would be awesome. But now we're 3 in. You can see we only have 1 set right here, which is gold. We got some diamonds right there. We spent 100 diamonds to do our refreshes. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to dispatch all of these, because when you look, we're getting 60. That is going to give us some more rare stones or rare heroes, which of course we can recycle. But we're getting 1,000, 369. That's 1,900 plus another 3. That takes us to what? 22 plus 3, 25 plus 120 diamonds back. Pretty good return for the resets. Ultimately, if I would have got these within the Hero Essence, it would have been really good. Again, I only take the rare stones if it is ascended. Now, with that being said, guys, I would not refresh this until you're at level max, which is level 8. If you're at 7 or below, or if you're earlier to AFK Arena, do not refresh this, guys. It is not worth it, because you're going to be burning a lot of diamonds. Again, earlier players, do not refresh this. It's going to be expensive, and you're going to be burning diamonds in here when you don't need to be. Team Mounties, you can't refresh these. You can see the support heroes, but these you cannot refresh, so you can just go ahead and pick these up. Now, next spot we look at is the store, guys. This is the absolute black hole of diamonds for a couple different reasons. So when you're in here, guys, you want to pick up your shards, you want to pick up Hero Essence, you want to pick up your poke coins. Those are the really 3 big priorities. Now, in my opinion, and I know this is kind of either or for a lot of different players, you want to pick up this time emblem. The reason is if you ever want to get an awakened hero, guys, a daily one of these, so you're actually getting 30 of these a month, This is really the only way that you're going to be able to get those awakened heroes, especially if you are free to play. If you're a whale, you'll buy them anyways. But as a free to play player, you have to buy these out every single day, guys. Essentially, what you're doing is spending 500 diamonds in here. These roughly 600 to 800 diamonds is kind of the general consensus of the value of these. So again, buying these out every day. Now, when it comes to the large hero essence chest, this is something if you're looking to power level your resonating crystal, there are a lot of players that buy this. Now, honestly, when you get to a resonating crystal, probably I would say 400, maybe even 500 plus, I buy these out every single day. And the reason for it is I'm still looking to level up my resonating crystal. Now, as of today, guys, a lot of players are focused on different game modes. Now, what I mean by that is the Twisted Realm, the Cursed Realm, the Nightmare Corridor, even looking at the Treasure Scramble. Those game modes are not specific to the levels. The only two things that really the Resonating Crystal have the biggest impact in is number one, campaign progression, very dependent on the levels. The second one, of course, being tower progression. This is the other place, guys, that levels are going to make a really, really big difference. The higher level you're in here, even with built heroes, if you do not have the levels, guys, you're not going to be strong enough to get through those game modes, which are going to be incredibly hard. Now, Noble's Tavern, this again is probably one of the absolute biggest diamond places that you want to. And again, the consensus when it comes to this is when you're building heroes. Now, there is a Stargazer. This, of course, is going to be an absolute monster when it comes to putting diamonds in here. So between the regular summons and the Stargazers, general rule, and this has been kind of the general rule for a considerable amount of time, is you do not want to start the Stargazer unless you're a whale, or if you've actually reached in looking at the King's Tower, I would say probably about one floor 150 in all 4 faction towers. So what I mean by that is you're at least 150 in the Tower of Light, 150 in the Brutal Citadel, 150 in the Forsaken Necropolis, 150 in the World Tree. It is going to be far more beneficial as an earlier player to AFK Arena to utilize your diamonds in the Noble Tavern for really 2 things. Number one, early game is all going to be these 10 summons, guys. That is really all you're going to do. Setting up the wish list, it is going to be the 10 summons every time with scrolls. And then, of course, with the faction scrolls, you're going to be using these on a very normal basis. Now, when you get to the desired hero summons, this is where it does get a little bit more expensive. As you can see, the 10 summons are 10% more or 300 extra diamonds on the summons. However, if you're early game, this is the place to pick up Daemon. If you don't have him at Ascended, this is where you're going to pick up extra copies. Again, looking at the game from a bigger picture, utilizing the wish list is really what you want to focus on until you're looking for one specific hero to build up to one specific level. Now, that might mean getting Rowan up to Mythic. It might be getting Daemon up to Mythic, getting Daemon up to Ascended. This is something you're going to utilize later on in AFK Arena. But again, early game, this is really not going to be used. You'll only have one chance to summon. But the goal to get through these towers and get these towers up to that 150 level is really having 3 Ascended heroes in each faction. That is the turning point. Because what is going to happen, guys, if you are earlier, if you are getting into the Stargazer earlier, you're going to go in there, you're going to burn all your diamonds. You might only get 1 copy of a hero. This game mode specifically gives you Stargazer cards. That is the big thing, guys. So right here's 965. 965 does yield you Stargazer scrolls. You need to be at a point of AFK Arena that you are getting your Stargazer scrolls out of all 4 of these primary towers when you start out, before you start doing the Stargazer, because naturally when you start getting those cards out of these towers, that is the point in AFK Arena that you're going to start using your Stargazer scrolls to go ahead and use the Stargazer. And I would recommend using the Stargazer all that you can, guys. The Stargazer does not matter if it's 1 pull or it's 10 pull. Lilith has said this time and time again. You have the exact same 2% priority. When it comes to early game, guys, number one, biggest priority when you get to the Stargazer, and this can be kind of a consensus. Number one, getting a single copy of the twins, getting a single copy of Mortis. which again, we're going to cover a little bit later. And then you get into building out Lucretia. It says she's already at 5 stars, but Lucretia would be the build, guys, that you want to build. And there's, you can see, even got Mortis right there, got Alna in there. But the big thing is, with a single copy of the twins, with a single copy of Mortis, it is really solid in a ton of AFK Arena with those 2 heroes. Now, some players say to take them to Elite Plus for different game modes, but ultimately, as long as you have that one first copy, it will work incredibly well. All right, guys, so that'll do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, and as always, thank you guys for watching.